Now is a very blonde guy from suburban Miami Lakes, Florida, who calls himself Vanilla Ice. His debut single, Ice Ice Baby, bulleted at number 4 on this week's Billboard chart, has an admittedly great groove.
It was my childhood. I just moved over to Italy. It was the age of Beverly Hills 90210, Twin Peaks, the Gulf War, and 21 Jump Street. Ponytails, fake earrings, denim, dungarees, and Vanilla Ice had just come out. And I'd just discovered blowjobs as well. And baseball. Yeah, it's tough being a kid sometimes. You've got many secrets, and you keep those secrets tight. When I was a young kid, you got friends where you'd ride your bicycles into rivers, get into fights, and you go down on girls in the school classroom when you're 10 years old, while the teachers, who happens to be 90 years old, is there sleeping, while, you know, when it comes to your turn to go down on her, the teacher decides to wake up all of a sudden. I didn't get in trouble for that, miraculously. Other secrets, like loving Vanilla Ice. You can't be caught dead telling your friends that you love Vanilla Ice, even though Vanilla Ice is a genius and a pioneer and a maverick who never gets any credit. Vanilla went through shit. A lot of people jealous of Vanilla Ice. There was a lot of jealousy. People wanted to be Vanilla Ice, and they wanted to be in his position. He'd move like a black guy. He sold millions and millions of records. He was very talented. He could write international, worldwide hits. He could dance. He could street dance. He was my Elvis Presley. Vanilla Ice was like Elvis to me growing up. He was a genius. He's the lost genius of music.
Words of wisdom. Drop that zero and get with the hero.
Eminem wouldn't exist. Justin Bieber wouldn't be around. 90s Michael Jackson, to a certain degree, wouldn't be around either. These are top entertainers who stole from Vanilla Ice, dangled out of windows, and been threatened, been beaten up. I love all that about it. He's had a hard knock life. He's lived it, and he's still alive as well. And Vanilla was at the top. He was the king. I got my first blowjob with Vanilla Ice on the radio. She was incredible, and she was doing it to his rhythm. If you want a good blowjob, you put Ice Ice Baby on your stereo, and away she goes. Beautiful. It's poetry in motion. Vanilla Ice taught me how to be a man. Vanilla Ice showed me how to be a man. When Vanilla dies, he's gonna finally get his due respect when he dies. It's a sad thing. There's certain entertainers, you almost take them for granted. It's not just that he's also an artist. Remember, he had the foresight to also be in Madonna's sex book. These people are big. They give out too much. We can't hold it in, and we don't want to hold it in. We don't give a fuck what people think about us. One of the greatest art books of all time, Madonna's sex book. Loving Vanilla Ice was something that I had to keep close to heart, because I knew other people were going to break it down, and they were going to talk shit about it, and they were going to hate on it. But I can't hold it in anymore, and I love his music, dancing, and his story. He rose to the top, and he plummeted down to hell. But he's got a story to tell. I ended up hooking up with older women. When I was 15, the first woman that I had sex with, she wasn't gentle with me. She practically raped me, black and blue, for days. I thought I'd caught something. The first time I had sex, I'm like, oh no, I've caught something. Because I didn't wear a condom the first time, and I didn't care. I was so excited to finally be losing my virginity that I just did it. And yeah, I came in her as well. So on top of that, I was worried about having caught OVD and maybe got her pregnant. And from there on, I continued to see my friends' mothers. I enjoy everything I do, including sleeping with married women. I've always respected President John F. Kennedy. Kennedy was the greatest president. He also knew about the greatest position. You just lay down and you let the woman get on top of you and go to town. If you let, that's what it should be all about. Guys shouldn't bother being on top. Women should be on top. Judgments or morals or rules don't really enter it into my mind too much. I just try to live in the present, and my heart is good. I am gonna stay golden. That's exactly when I discovered married women. Their frustrations at having to keep alive. They didn't feel alive anymore. I love listening to women. I love picking their brains. They do tell the truth. I don't feel fulfilled. I don't feel alive. That's what I came in. I was their Alfie. I was there for them. I listened to them and I fucked them. You know, I didn't want anything else. I just wanted experience. And I went to the source. I went to an older woman. The adventure was the main goal. I was an innocent. I wanted to be exploited. I wanted to lose my innocence. He was guiding me. Vanilla Ice was guiding me to a certain extent. In the backdrop was baseball. Baseball was the next thing, and coming up with the village finals, and I was pitching, and it got to the point where I couldn't keep it in any longer. I had to have a soundtrack to these baseball games. I needed something to pump me up, and I did it. I played Vanilla Ice. I wanted to win. First time in public, I put that CD, I got that goddamn CD out and I put it on, and guess what? All the dads in the local village started name calling him. All these men that they were nothing, they hadn't achieved anything. They hated the guy. They knew that he was something more than them, and they couldn't take it. The noise was too much for me. The insults, the booing and the hissing, it couldn't last. And you know what? I lost that day. I didn't win that day. I lost. And after that baseball game, I knew I was going to get out of that town, that little town in Italy. I was going to explore the world. I wanted to get out of there. I wanted something better for myself. The big mystery to me is, why do we feel guilty? Why is it called a guilty pleasure if it's something that we truly love? Why feel guilty about it? I can't explain that. I can't, because I'm guilty. I'm guilty.